Have you ever wondered what the Aputure Deity Shotgun Microphone may sound like when compared to other high-end professional shotguns? Let's find out. About a month ago, Aputure sent over the Aputure Deity, this is their professional shotgun microphone, over for me to evaluate and review. And I've been using it ever since. At this point, I've used it on 4 different corporate projects. So I thought it would be cool to do a comparison to see what the Aputure Deity sounds like when compared to my primary microphone, which happens to be the Schoeps CMIT 5U. These are 2 professional shotgun microphones that come in at 2 very different price points. So I'd like to encourage you to use your best pair of headphones, speakers, or even studio monitors to watch the rest of this video. As with all microphone tests, whether it be mine or anyone else's, sound is subjective. This means that we may not always agree on what is the best sound or the best sounding microphone, and that's completely okay. So thank you for joining me. I'm Carlos Quintero from mediaonq, a digital media production company. One more thing to keep in mind, and that's audio processing. Audio that we hear on television, cinema, radio, and many of the YouTube channels has been processed. And we process the audio to bring in additional production value to our projects. The audio for this video, however, will not go through that process. Instead, I'm going to simply loudness normalize to -3 dB. I'm also going to simply run the audio directly into my Canon C300 Mark II. That should give you a baseline to use when comparing the differences or similarities between the Aputure Deity and the CMIT 5U. So if sound is subjective, and we can always sweeten the audio in post-production, then why bother with this comparison? 2 reasons. The first, the best microphone is the microphone that you have access to when you need it. The second reason is that companies like Aputure make filmmaking tools accessible to all filmmakers. As you can see, we're here inside of my studio. Right behind me is my main workstation. I've set this scene up to serve as a typical corporate video interview. Because it's a planned scene, we're able then to boom the microphones directly over the talent. The microphones are 13 inches away from the sound source, which in this case would be my mouth. I'm recording the Aputure Deity into channel 1 and the Schoeps CMIT 5U into channel 2 on my Canon C300 Mark II. Because I'm recording each microphone to its own individual track on the camera, I'm then able to switch back and forth in post-production to let you guys listen to the differences. I will be making both tracks available for download in case you want to download them and evaluate them in your own DAW. So if you're into that sort of thing, be sure to look in the notes below for those links. I personally really like the Aputure Deity for many reasons. One being the form factor. That basically means that for me, I can use every single accessory that I already own for my shotguns with the Aputure Deity, saving money in that process. Now, who doesn't like to save money, right? The professional build quality of the Aputure Deity is another really nice feature and something that we don't typically see at this price point. You may know by now that the Aputure Deity is waterproof. And no, I'm not trying to capture sound underwater. Where this does come into play, however, is when you have to work in high humidity environments, kind of like locker rooms, for example. Personally, I recently worked on a project in the South Pacific where humidity was a factor. The Deity is a sensitive microphone. You may have also heard someone say, this is a hotter mic than this other mic. That is definitely true when we're talking about the Aputure Deity. It is sensitive, and that's a very good thing because it allows you to lower the mic pre's, effectively lowering the noise floor. That's a big deal. I have no idea how Aputure is able to do this, but they managed to pack in all of that and more and keep the price at $359 US. You can also purchase the Aputure Deity Location Kit, which comes in a watertight case. It has a pistol grip shock mount and a furry wind cover. If you don't already own shotgun microphone accessories and you can afford the extra $70 or add the extra $70 to your budget, I would strongly recommend the Aputure Deity Location Kit. The Schoeps CMIT 5U, mic only, sells for $2,100. If you want the kit that comes with the pistol grip shock mount and also the furry wind cover, you're paying a lot closer to the $2,400 to $2,500 mark. Microphones are tools that allow us to get the sound that we're looking for our projects. Different microphones serve different purposes. Only you know the types of projects that you're working on, and only you know what it is that you're looking for out of the microphone or microphones that you choose. I am curious though, what do you guys think? Can you hear the difference? Is the difference significant or not as big as you might have expected? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. I'd like to recommend Curtis Judd's Deity comparison video. It's titled 5 Shotgun Microphones, Audio Comparison and Off-Axis Samples. I'll put a link in a card above so that you guys can go right to that video. In that video, Curtis compares the Aputure Deity against an $1,800 professional shotgun microphone, the DPA 4017B. If you own the Aputure Deity and you have your own audio comparison video, I'm interested to see it, so please be sure to leave me a link in the comments below so that I can check it out. I really hope that you found this information useful. Please let me know by hitting that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more videos like this one. Until next time, I'm Carlos Quintero from mediaonq, helping you compete in today's web economy. Thank you for watching.